Oh, okay. Now you may be able to hear me. Hello, Fates. Hello, PD Pete. Hello, Vibrant Law, and the Only Empress. I want to thank you guys for being here. Um, I wanted to talk about a few things tonight. Um, it's been a lot going on over here in the YouTube streets, and I find it quite funny. I really find some things quite strange. I was over listening to Ness. I didn't get a chance to listen to Triple Red X as of yet. I heard things that D Spot had to say, and I was able to catch Rico on. I was able to catch Rico yesterday, last night. Night shifts. Yeah, I see. I find it. I find it quite odd that Pizarro, who was up roasting J Dunn terribly after this ploy came out, is now over there backpedaling. Why do you even care what anybody has to say about Jay Dunn? Because you were the one who was on top of Jay Dunn, hoping all these bad things would happen to Jay Dunn. Hey, Styles with Tisa, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. I find it like real odd that she's even caring what any types of receipts said. Because if any receipts said anything to get Jay Dunn in more trouble, it seems like you would be there for him. And it doesn't matter who is sending these receipts behind closed doors. Paulette came on here and already let us know who was sending these receipts behind closed doors. So I don't see where there's any problem. Everybody knows exactly what happened. It was put out here and it was told what happened. And Ness put these receipts out with her wavering back and forth as, and I just really had to leave. Hey, Tammy Lynn, how are you? I had to leave from over there at Ness's because, of course, Ness is talking about Jay Dunn. So who, of course, had to hit the panel and tell her, oh, what Jay Dunn did to me. And, I was surprised. None other than Intrinsic. And I kind of realize why she has taken the nickname Intrusion because she's up there any chance she gets to talk about Jay Dunn and what she did to her. Okay, what Jay Dunn did to her was really messed up. But at some point, can you go somewhere and sit down in Intrinsic? Because, this is the only relevance that you have over here in the beef sector. And it's not beefing, it's not giving any beef because you didn't care enough about yourself to do anything about it. But you want to hop on the bandwagon anytime Jay Dunn's name is mentioned. I'm not defending Jay Dunn, but I am like really so tired of seeing this haggard face bitch, haggard body, long titty, thighs hanging to her motherfucking shins, bitch, always hopping on the panel to regurgitate the same old BS that we all know that Jay Dunn did to her. I told Jay Dunn, no, you were wrong for that. You should I thought you were saying Intrinsic gave Jay Dunn a beautiful pic that Jay Dunn posted. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you weren't saying that, yeah. But I'm like really so glad that I was the one I was one maybe of many who told Jay Dunn, no, this is not the right thing to do. But I don't get the point where you have people sitting on these panels and stuff, and now all of a sudden we are all the way into didn't Pisa tell her to be careful with Jay Dunn when she first started messing around with Jay Dunn? I don't know what she told her, but Pizarro went full feet in when Jay Dunn got in trouble. So I didn't even understand why Pizarro was so insistent upon she don't care what happened to Jay Dunn and that needs to happen to Jay Dunn and that's what Jay Dunn gets and this, that, and the other, because it has not even been explained to us, to me. I don't know if it's been explained to you. What exactly did Jay Dunn do to Benzone? Exactly what did she do? And so everybody's jumping on so happy that this is being done today, Jay Dunn, but nobody can tell you what Jay Dunn did to affect these charges. So there's that. So now, all of a sudden, our attention is totally turned away from this situation when receipts start dropping and you see who are chatting together in back chats. And Jay Dunn had some interesting screenshots from a chat where Ness was getting questioned about her being in email contact with Jay Dunn from the Celebrity Pig. I mean, they're not even trying to put it in the back chat. Like, you go into a chat and you getting hemmed up because you were in email contact with Jay Dunn and Jay Dunn dropped the receipts. I mean, this stuff is so childish that I do not understand what human being has this much time to dedicate to people they don't know to affect their lives in such a way. That is pathetic. And it doesn't read pathetic on the person who you're trying to affect, who you can't verbally put into words what exactly they did to you. That is enough for you to want them prosecuted. But it's pathetic in the fact that you have hangers-ons who are doing this. And if I'm just freshly married, I don't have time to do any of this. I've been married for years. I don't have time to affect anybody in their life because I know that my life is valuable and what I have in my life is valuable to me. So I imagine what you have in your life is valuable to you. So why would I pile on to someone else's BS to affect some cause some harm in your life? But if you don't respect your own life, you don't respect the lives and you don't value the lives of others. So that's what I'm have to say about that. Okay, let me see what you're saying. Yes, if you'd like to contribute to the prize pot, please feel free to contribute to the prize pot. We're having our Perfect Pet contest on this Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I would like all of you to come out and join us. Okay, only Empress says she was warned. Hey, just Andreas, thank you for being here. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Okay, so Now, let's be clear. Now, we have made a whole pivot on this whole topic, this whole situation. And now, all of a sudden, we are acting like this old tea is new tea. And so we have let the people who are knee deep in this um, start talking about whether or not ODS was in the van, and I heard he did this, I heard he did that. And then who of all people had the nerves to have Rico up on his panel last night? Of all people. Hey Trey, how you doing? None other than no dressing Wilson, dirty shoe Wilson. Who like why? I don't even know why Rico would even hit this link. Jay Wilson made a living off of talking about Rico, his misfortunes, anything that Rico was going through was total fodder for Jay Wilson. And then to act as if he is so concerned now. So Jay Wilson, how come you wasn't as flippant with Rico as you had been in the past? Because surely this story is an old story. But now all of a sudden yesterday, he's so concerned. He's so concerned curiously after there was talk about conspiracy charges, because Jay Wilson knows that he is knee deep in what they have going on, trying to affect Jay Dunn's life. And everybody knows that. Well, I got the email. Ooh, Jay Dunn, she's got a warrant. She gonna be locked up. And the people that told me. But now all of this, I was simply trying to warn Jay Dunn. No, Jay Dunn, sit down, because these people don't like you, Jay Dunn. So the people who don't like you, who called your daddy, you don't have nothing to say about them. But you out here putting your mouth on any and everybody in this sector, trying to play innocent. Hey, Daphne, how you doing? Hey, Styles. Oh, I said, hey, sister, how you doing? Okay. Daughter's a hypocrite, would do anything for coins. Yeah, and the simple fact, hey, Mike Lewis, the simple fact that he actually had his ass up there with Rico, trying to act as if he gave two damns about Rico. And then you bring on the drunk, confused, alleged gendered woman, Doodoo Dimples, on the panel with all of that blasphemy. And I think it was a perfect place to sit up there and talk about Dick and to pretend speak in tongues. No, hey, Big said no other place. Hey, Keena, no other place was appropriate for that than Titty Wilson's. I mean, the sheer fact that Dimples tried to separate herself out from Rico, saying that Rico, well, weren't you a sex worker? Well, Dimples, weren't you one too? Wasn't Dimples a sex worker as well? Goodness, there's a lot going on with that Abby attire. Yes, it's a lot going on, and it's quite accurate. I left. I don't play with God. Exactly. That was like really deplorable. Now, this is somebody who expounds to have gone to seminary school and came on here thinking as if he was a pastor. Hey, that's Daughter Wilson. That's Daughter Wilson on the cruise ship. He was going to the disco. That's his disco attire. I tried to make it a little more accurate and make sure his shoes was dirty as those curled up shoes he's always wearing. But that's Daughter Wilson at the disco. Okay, so it's nobody fitting than Jay Wilson to be such a hypocrite, to bring Rico on and with this voice of care and concern and compassion. Well, Rico, I think that you need to take a break. Rico just came off of a break. See, this is the part that really kills me. See, Rico just came off of a break. And it's my understanding that Rico came off of a break to get his life together. So you, as someone who is allegedly in the ministry, who is allegedly ordained in helping people come to Christ, thought the best thing for you to do was to bring up some 3-year-old shit that you and them grimy motherfuckers who you deal with are trying to triangulate and change the topic to bring to somebody who may still be weak. Because if he is kind of fresh out of treatment. See, now's not the time to pile on a lot of BS on these people. But you have somebody who is supposed to understand how to work with people who are going through all types of emotional issues, then drag him on his panel when prior to this, he would not allow him on his panel and drag him through this salacious BS that is old, has been discussed, has been dissected many years ago. See, because you did that, you actually had him on your panel because you're trying to deflect and you're trying to get the heat off of your fat back because the bacon grease is popping you in the back of your nappy head. That's why you did it. So let me see what you guys are saying. I like Pastor, but he needs to leave religion out of the effery he does on YouTube. I definitely agree. Okay, so unapologetic, hey, QI. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. It's the pose for me. Why is his hand in the pocket of them little ass shorts? You know, he trying to advertise, advertisement, everything. And then you got Dimples up there. It's like, oh, excuse me, wasn't Rico a sex worker? Okay, so we want to talk about everything what Rico did in his past. So you got Dimples found on, but Dimples, weren't you the one who said that you were in New York City and you went down on a dude and actually peeled his mushroom bat and it was full of cottage cheese and you still dined on that disgusting delectable? Is that not you, Dimples? So I guess you did that for free, Dimples. So and Dimples, aren't you the one who was talking about glory holes? And so Dimples, I know that they charge for that type of activity. So Dimples, what were you trying to say about Rico that wasn't said about yourself? And you have told these things in a much more disgusting way. And you're trying to sit up there to say, well, wasn't Rico a sex worker? Weren't you, Dimples? Or you did all that grimy type of activity for free? Which one is it? So you got these two up here. One who hid in the closet till he was dragged out, and then we find out that he was in the closet so long he was dragged out. And then I was so glad that Rico asked him about his Jack apps and his grinder apps going off. And don't you have a man? And you notice he didn't say yay or nay to having a man because we know you can't keep a man. We do know that about you. You're supposed to have been engaged since somewhere way before summer, but then the talk about these rings and all that stuff has dissipated. So we understand that you can't keep a man. But Rico asked you about these apps going off, these random come get together, hook up, and have intimate relationship apps, dick apps. Rico asked you about those, and you said you had the audacity to say, "Well, how do you know that I didn't set that app off on purpose?" We know because your hands weren't on top of the table where your phone was. That's how we know. We know that you cannot set those apps to go off at a particular time. Those apps go off when somebody see your desperate ass on there willing to tout your butt up in the air. That's how we know. But how we really know is you ain't do nothing on purpose because your hands were under the tables. You almost broke your knuckles swinging your hands up from under that table to grab that phone. Lord have mercy. That's how we know. And then you ran away and deleted everything on your page. That's how we know. That's how we know you didn't set it off on purpose. I mean, now you didn't want to talk about that. You don't ever want to talk about that. Now here it is a year or so later, then you're able to broach the topic of that grinder app going off and you're still lying, but you have the audacity to bring Rico up on your challenge fresh out of rehab, trying to get his body together, trying to get his mind together. And Rico really made you look simple. Really, Rico absolutely made you look like a fool because Rico was like, I am done with that. I am going on with my life. I am not worried about that type of stuff. And Rico had more of a positive outlook than you did. And see, everybody see it some people see it for what it is. You're trying to get the topic off of you, Helly, and the celebrity pig and Benzone doing that F shit that you guys did. You're trying to get the attention off of that. See, nobody wants to talk about Rico and ODS and what they may or may not have done in a van years ago. So, official D Spot was on. He came on yesterday, and I did tell what I remembered about what happened with official D Spot. I remember him stating that this question was poised. Let me see that 9.5 when he was on the way home, and that's what he agreed to. But official D Spot has gone back and forth, and with, well, yeah, I admitted to it, but of course I admitted to it because if people was gonna say it, then I, let them go on and say it, and like, okay, if that's what you want to say, I'm not gonna admit to anything that I ain't do. I don't give a fuck who's saying it, but you do you. But see, I think that's why the story is allowed to continue to seed and grow. And oh, I think he did it. Oh, I think he didn't do it. But this is his business. This is over 2 years ago. Why are we even talking about this in such a manner as if it really matters about something? I don't understand it. Hey, Paulette, how you doing? So, also, official D Spot, you may have gotten somebody in their feelings today, ODS. I think you really got somebody in their feelings because I was over at Ness, and Ness brought up the fact that ODS had a few words for Tracy, and then Tracy lost it. And then I see that Tracy went wild. I think ODS said something about her edges or lack thereof, and she went wild. She hit a live with his name in the title, of course, as if somebody cares and as if he lied. So, ODS, you're going to have more wiping up to do tomorrow. So, ODS, I hope you're prepared for that. Somebody is really, really mad at you, ODS. And ODS didn't like that first picture that I had up of him. So, ODS, I think this is another fitting picture for you. And we have so many lies running around on these YouTube streets, and I wish we could talk about the things that are to come. I really don't understand why more people are not on top of this. While more people are not on top of the fact that Trish is out here grifting you guys about this alleged show she's going to do, about this alleged YouTube Street Awards that she's going to do. Please hit the like button. I would appreciate it. So I can imagine that this is going to be the YouTube Street Awards. Welcome to the show with Trish sitting up there with a room full of empty chairs, and I can imagine that Trish will also say that no, I didn't get enough ticket sales, and so I'm gonna have to cancel the show. With Trish, we already know the show is canceled. Okay, we do know that, but Trish was out here saying that these high ass tickets, $400-$500 tickets and all of this, and you have to get your own hotel, and these were non-refundable tickets. So I posed the question, well, how are you saying these tickets are non-refundable? What if she doesn't even show up to the show? And all she can tell you was, well, I told you ahead of time the tickets are non-refundable, so I'm going to set it up for another time, and your tickets will be good. But then all of a sudden, she came out and said that Eventbrite, in fact, had their own refund policy. See, she came out here and immediately told you there was no refund. And then that made her check, since she's going through Eventbrite, like, oh, wait a minute. What if Eventbrite refunds the money and come after me for the refunds? And then she came out with a new refund policy. Well, Eventbrite will refund you the money, and me and my team, we didn't want to deal with that because it was too much of a problem. So funds are going to a charity that doesn't do anything. Funds are going to a charity that has not yet been named as well also. So if anybody can give me the name of that charity, nobody, why would I tell you? Why would I tell you? Because you're saying that the event is a charity event. So I think that, and I am so sick of people. I am so sick of people giving her air to breathe. I cannot believe that everybody in this sector is that unintelligent, that they think that this is a real thing. And People are on here giving her room to yell and scream and talk over them and pontificate about this non-event event. This event was supposed to come to life actually on YouTube for maybe 3-4 years in a row, and it has never materialized even on YouTube. So you think that okay? And so we were talking about this on T Velocity, how some people think, even poor people think, that they have some type of importance in the lives of rich people. They think that they can triangulate themselves to be, close to rich people and have the same interests as rich people and all of these things. So we have a person who is in the beef sector who can't even get people to her page talking about that she's going to have this huge event in New York City, red carpet, four floors, entertainment. It's gonna take in $11.5 million in sponsorship. So we have a fool sitting out here telling you guys this. We have a fool sitting out here trying to act as if she is so important, that has so much going for herself, so much independent wealth, that she's going to then the very next month invite you to a event at a private island. See, it's the niggaism for me that it's just like overwhelming. See, you can't do anything reasonable. Take a cruise that's a couple of $100. No, you got a Negro who's out here. I'm gonna do a private island, smash it. It's gonna be a private island, and everything's gonna be taken care of. And like, girl, please, girl, bye. Everybody wants to act as if they are these independently wealthy individuals. And if you are in the wrong sector tooting that. But you're such a good business person that you think that people are really supposed to pay and for their hotel, their flights out to this imaginary YouTube Street Awards, and then you fix your mouth to say that you're going to throw an event at a private island, which you're not going to pay for, that they're going to have to pay for a month later. See, this is the big businesswoman who is sitting up on everybody's panels, sucking in all the air. So I think we need to talk about the more current, fleecing of the beef sector that's going on. She pulled a 5A. They're going to be the Oscar of the beef sector. Meanwhile, that hoe has 2 people in her chat. Exactly. It is just crazy that people allow her to sit up, take up air on panels. And I've noticed she's outright nasty. If you say anything about her event, she's definitely outright nasty. And all of the dumb stuff that she says when you bring up valid points about her event, then she comes back and she's fixed it. Oh, she's come back and she Eventbrite is going to give you your money back, and they're going to get it back from you. That's who they're going to get it back from. Okay, so if we're going to play this game, Eventbrite is going to give you. But you can only ask for a refund for 1 ticket. So if you buy 10 tickets or so, it's going to be harder to get your money back. Well, why? If I'm getting my money back for 1 ticket because the show didn't go on, why would it be harder for me to get my money back for 10 tickets that I bought because the show didn't go on? Make it make sense. It's only going to be easy for you to get the refund for 1 ticket. And if you buy a package, it's going to be harder. She can't pontificate and she can't tell you why it would be harder, but it's going to be harder. Just understand that. Okay. So, okay, I dropped down with a backup channel because I knew she was going to block me, and asked her what was her charity done, and she blocked me. What has her charity done? And she blocked me. Yeah. You can't even get anything about this charity. And she acts as if you're asking her unreasonable questions. But she's touting this event to be a charity event. But you cannot, you little insignificant person who she's begging you to buy these high-ass tickets for, you cannot ask her anything about said charity. And she has a page with over 300,000 subscribers, but she's not pulling any of her talent from that pool of people. Diddy was going to be there first, and then Diddy ran into a couple of personal problems, and then the mayor was going to be there, in which I quickly stated all the personal problems and the financial investigations that are going on with the mayor. And then she really got pissed, the mayor of New York. Then she tried to double down on it. Well, the mayor goes everywhere. No, the mayor doesn't do any of these things that you're speaking of. And now the latest celebrity who is going to make an appearance will be possibly 50 Cent. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. So, yeah, Mayor Adams allegedly was supposed to be there, and Mayor Adams has found himself facing the same type of allegations that Diddy was facing. So then she, but even before that, he's facing some allegations about improprieties that were done with finances connected to his campaign. So when I said that, she poo-pooed that away. And then like 2 days later, these Diddy style accusations came up about the mayor, and she could no longer poo-poo those allegations away. So now it has turned to 50 Cent. Okay, so I am not lying. I am not lying. But now it's 50 Cent. So it is like so much craziness that goes on in the sector on a daily basis. And this is the content that we have. This is just like the total content of what we have going on in the beef sector. Now, Jay Dunn, I thought you were gone out of the beef sector, Jay Dunn. You really said that you were leaving the beef sector, and you really have started popping up again all over the place. And I was thinking that, okay, well, she's popping up all over the place, but maybe she's not going to be doing all that talking. Oh, wait a minute. What are you saying? Boyz II Men is going to be there. They're not even from New York City. Girl. I remember there was only 3 in her room, the DJ, herself, and I. Who are you, though? In whose room? You talking about Trisha's room, which I was going to have an orgy? Speeches. Okay, J-Mac, 5A event was planned during the pandemic, and she refunded all the money, you dummy. Well, she refunded all the money up to those who asked for it back. So they're set. Mayor Dinkins has the likelihood of showing up. Yeah, I think, isn't Mayor Dinkins passed away? Yeah, so even if he is, that's the most likely mayor. Even if Mayor Dinkins has passed away, that's the most likely mayor that she would get at that event. I must agree. Okay. Only after the people started trying to take her to court, you dummy. And she did say that she would only give back the money to people who requested the money back, because some people allegedly wanted to have her keep the money until it was replanned. But then there was a whole lot of buzzing around about people taking her to court. And I don't know how that turned out, if the threat made her give all the people money back, or if she kept the money from those who didn't officially email her to get the money back. But can I speak on what? Can you speak on that? Because you've been here, and Fibe did not do that outright. Only after she caught heat. Yeah, only after she caught heat did she say that she was going to give money back to those people who wrote her email. There were specifications, and so it wasn't like, okay, I'm giving everyone their money back. It wasn't like that. That's what I remember. So I'm not going to lie. So, and it took damn near a whole year. Jay, what you're saying is not a lie. Okay. Your rudeness, hospitality is epic, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, there's that. So now, what else? It was something else. Jay Dunn, I thought you were just gonna come back, and I thought you were gonna just hit panels and sing a couple of songs and do that little stuff. But God dang it. Yes, Dinkins died. Thank you for the information. But God dang it, Jay Dunn did a whole live today, dropping receipts. I watched all that. Even her sponsors wanted their money back. That the sponsors was the first thing that got this court talk talking. I forget the lady who sponsored some shirts or something. And she was the one who got it kicked off, saying that and I think she also sponsored Ask April or something like that. Yeah, that's what really got the court talk kicked off. And it's just okay. She was still trying to see if it was going to happen, and it had nothing to do with her catching heat. Okay, you think so? We disagree. So I don't have to be rude to disagree, but you can be rude to say just because I disagree that I'm being rude, but at no point was I rude to you. So there's that. Okay. Hey, Unwind with Miss Messy. How you doing? Oh, no. Oh, wow. Charlie Wilson passed away. Oh, my goodness. I hate to hear that. I had seen Charlie Wilson the past couple of years, maybe like in 3 or 4 shows. It was like a couple of shows where him and a lot of male artists got together. And then like on the third time that I saw him, I was like, God, I wish he changed his show up a little bit, because I kind of like knew his show by heart. But I really love the fact that he was still out on the road and performing and doing his thing. Oh my goodness. Dang, I really hate to hear that. I really hate to hear that. Yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Wilson. Yeah, he was a performer to the end. I don't see news of Charlie Wilson passing. Let me Google this. You better not have me mourning Charlie Wilson and he's still alive. I tell you. Oh yeah, it says November 21st. Wait a minute, he died that long ago? Yeah, this is printed November 21st. Now, I also saw something about Eddie Levert passing away as well. Yeah, I see this in November, but that's strange that it was way back in November, and I didn't even hear anything about it. And I didn't hear anything. Oh my! I hate to hear that Charlie Wilson passed away. Yeah, I see he passed away in November. Hey V, how you doing? Wow, Charlie Wilson has a show in Atlanta coming this week. Wait a minute now. That's weird. Charlie Wilson, former congressman from Texas, died. Oh my God. Is a former congressman with the same name has died. Not our Charlie Wilson. Okay. So, forgot that, people. Hey, Kiss a Doll. It's the former congressman from Texas who died, named Charlie Wilson. Okay. I was just like, oh my God, I hate to hear that. Okay. Yeah, because Wiki didn't say our Charlie died. Woo! That was a closer. Now, what about Eddie Levert? Is Eddie Levert really dead? Because I didn't hear anything about Eddie Levert, but I saw some videos on YouTube, and sometimes they put those tribute videos together, but I didn't see. Let me see. Okay, let me just try regular Google and see if Eddie Levert died. I saw him in a concert and he was looking really, really, really bad. Okay, Eddie Levert passed away in his home today. Tragic. That's a YouTube video. I don't trust YouTube videos. I want to get it by a news article. Okay, so this is a video saying on April 8th he was announced dead. And I don't remember him being announced dead. Do any of you guys remember anything about Eddie Levert? Yes, yes, there's two Charlie Wilson. The Charlie Wilson that passed away is a congressman from Texas who was 76 years old who passed away. Uh, the first article I pulled up, it didn't say Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band. It's like the mysterious death of Charlie Wilson. So I just assumed that it was uh, Forrest Whitaker's ex-wife did pass, though. Rest in peace, Forrest Whitaker's ex-wife. Um, you know, hey Reed, how you doing? He's not dead. Exactly, he's not dead. Oh, who was he? You mean Eddie Levert? Yeah, but because they have all these, I remember Levert did pass. Let me look. I didn't remember that, and I just ran across that, and I was like, I never heard of that, and okay, he's not dead. Okay, he's not dead. Charlie Wilson is not dead. The Gap Band Charlie Wilson is not dead. Neither performers are dead. Okay, thank you, Reed. Okay. Okay. Said Eddie is still alive. Yeah, but do you see all of these YouTube memorials and stuff? That's why I didn't believe it, because I didn't hear it from any. Yeah, I know the vibe has changed. We often people and stuff, but we're not often people, these agencies with these fake stories. Well, the other Charlie Wilson did die, not our Charlie Wilson, but a Congressman Charlie Wilson. But thank you for giving me the information, and I'm glad we were able to look that up. You have to scroll down. His family came out to dispel the rumors. Okay, thank you. Remember, we were talking about dead mayors. Okay, that's how we got on the subject. We did lose another black act. Yes, I forget. We did lose an actor. He was 61 years old, and he played on. I forget some things. I didn't watch any of these things. I wasn't familiar with him, but hey, La Brea, how you doing? My dad had just seen them in concert. Oh, your dad? You mean Levert? Okay. Talk about your daddy. My daddy seen him in concert. Yeah, I saw that concert picture, and I was surprised how old he looked. But I mean, he's old. They said he was 80 something years old in that concert that I read. Okay. Oh, Charlie Wilson's War. That congressman from Charlie Wilson's War died. Okay. Yeah, that's who died. I never saw that movie, but thank you guys for clearing that up. I definitely. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yes, the black actor from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was 61 years old. He passed away. Back on topic, please. You are the truth teller. Tell me what I missed, girl. You missed J Dunn coming on here. Hey, Mr. YouTube Street. I think Kenneka Jenkins' family was awarded $6 million from the hotel. Oh. Let me see. That was the Hilton, huh? Ah. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, and this comes from Newsweek. See, this is where I like to get my stories from. Right, tight, and concise. Yes, Kenneka Jenkins' family awarded $6 million over the teen's hotel freezer death. Yes, she would. There were. Okay. I don't see the name of the hotel that awarded her the money. Yeah, but we all know the Kenneka Jenkins story. I was trying to see if they had the hotel name highlighted without me having to read through the whole article. But yeah, $6 million. The Crown Plaza. Thank you. That's close to Nikki. Nikki may be a suspect, and that's why we haven't caught her because she's been over here quiet all this time. That story is all types of crazy and still unsolved. Yeah, I don't believe that she walked into a freezer. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, girl, my dad went to see the OJs last month and going to see them again in February. Eddie is still with us. Yes, that's a good thing. And I what brought me to that, I was watching something and they were talking about Gerald Levert's different women friends and girlfriends and stuff. And I didn't know he and Candy Burris had a serious relationship for quite a number of years. The most serious musical relate artist that I've known him to be hooked up to was Mickey Howard. So I was looking at that, and she just released a song that they made together that was up until now unreleased. So that's how I stumbled upon this rabbit hole about Eddie Levert having passed away. I followed that story for 3 to 4 years, and anybody who got close to the truth was deleted. Yes, I remember one of the main guys who uh, got unalived in his driveway in his car. She was there with a lot of gang members, so you never know what happened. Oh, I didn't know that they were gang members. Okay. I would never sleep in a hotel or drink in one. You would never sleep in a hotel. I came here for the news. What news? You just said I was rude, so I'm surprised you're still here. I've been getting videos about it all day. About the Kanika Jenkins thing, that anybody else feel a way about hotels? Because, woo, I can't stand a hotel. I don't have any problems with a hotel, especially a nice hotel. Hey, how you doing, Crown Plaza Hotel? Thank you, I appreciate that. So remember that YouTuber died too. Yeah, this is a YouTuber who I was talking to. And I think like he was like the number one person over that Kanika Jenkins sector who passed away. Yeah, I think that's exactly who I'm talking about. Well, yeah, they are trafficking kids. Listen, you have not heard anything. Hey, informant Sugar, how you doing? You have not heard anything. Stop work order on building. Okay, so I'm gonna try to decipher this. I could be wrong, but what I think Grish is saying, I could be wrong, that she is saying that there has been a stop work order on the building where the YouTube Street Phantom Awards are going to be held. Is that what you're saying, Trish? Are you saying that the event will be empty not because not, nobody has any interest to buy any tickets for that, or something else? Mickey Howard wanted Gerald Levert so bad. Well, she had him, for quite a long time. Who is Zach? Zach died. That must be the guy who was over the Kanika Jenkins sector. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link. I am not really up on the Kanika Jenkins story. I know just a little bit about it. I have watched some of the conspiracy videos, but if you want to hit the link and tell me a little bit about it, I do know that somebody, um, Zach died. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I don't remember his name. Okay, he was not in his driveway. He was shot in a drive-by. I thought he was. Well, who is the guy who passed away in his car? He had prostate cancer. Okay, Miss Magnificent said it's true. He was shot in a drive-by. You think his name is Zach? Okay, what is Informer Sugar saying? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Informer Sugar. Okay. No one was attending anyway. I definitely agree. The issue is people who do not live out here mostly hear stories online. Uh, the people she was with were mostly from Chicago. That hotel was not really Chicago. Yeah, because it was close to the airport. So that's technically like Downers Grove or something like that. Am I wrong? It's been a while since I lived there, but yeah, it's not technically Chicago. Okay. Okay. You're hella rude, but I didn't say that you were not smart. Okay. Well, okay. So let's handle this. You thought I was rude before. Okay. So I'll be nice to you and there you go. You don't have to worry about my rudeness. Zach TV, he died in a drive-by in his car. Okay. So he died in a drive-by and he was in his car. Okay. For some reason I had thought he died in his car. It's O'Hare in the same county as Chicago, but it's not in the same city. That's what I was saying. Technically, I think it's in Downers Grove. It gives me bad vibes as well. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Grish. Let's see what we have here. Oh, okay, I'm coming. Okay, 1 second. I'll be there in 1 second. Okay, here I come. Let me see who's back here. Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Me
Hey,
okay?
Nikki. Yeah, I hear you fine. What's going on?
Okay, because I have these new headphones. I don't know. Okay, so no, what I was saying is, yes, he was killed in his car, leaving a club with his friend,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't his driveway. You had said driveway, but it was in a drive-by in his car, and it's actually online. There were some people in a high-rise building who taped the whole thing and saw it happen. And if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken, the person that was in the car with him died a few days later. Was also shot at some point. But that was it.
Now, now, wasn't there a guy who was also deeply involved in this story who actually died in his driveway in his car, and they found it really mysterious?
I don't think so because Zach was really involved in the case because he was. Well, it had come out later that they said he was also at the hotel,
Oh,
but
was he?
I don't know. But it said that he was there. But he was following the case, and then he got some messages telling him not to follow the case anymore. Long story short, he was leaving a club, got followed. If you look online, the actual shooting is online because some people were in, like I said, a high-rise building who happened to be taping it as it occurred. Um, but Zach TV, as far as I know, was the only one who was really reporting on it so much. And long story short, he ended up dying. The thing about Zach TV is he interviewed a lot of gang members from different sets, rivals. So it's hard to say because he was neutral, but he dealt with a lot of these people.
Uh huh.
So it's really hard to say if his death, conspiracy theorists would like to say his death was connected to Kanika Jenkins. But at the same time, we're talking Chicago. We're talking
Yeah.
about a guy who taped rival gang members all the time. If you watch some of those videos, you could tell some gang members didn't really want to talk to him. Most of them they did, but if you watch the body language on some of those videos, some of them weren't. They weren't
It was
really.
like
Yeah.
get away from me and why look what you doing. Yeah, yeah, I know you come up to a gang member with a camera and they're not gonna greet you with pleasantries, and then they already know, boom, you're already on camera. So yeah, it could be kind of sketchy.
I very much believe it was just another case of, Chicago violence, gang members. I don't think it had anything to do with Kenneka Jenkins. But if you go online, the conspiracy theorists want to wrap it all together.
Of
But I
course.
don't, I don't think so. Because I mean, there's so much that happens out here. You know, so many of them have passed in the last few years. So, but that was it. I just wanted to
Well, I,
say, yeah.
I definitely thank you for coming up and giving me the information on that because, like I said, I can really kind of scratch the surface on that. And thank
Hmm.
you. I didn't even know they had settled, but I'm happy for the mother, and hopefully she has some good financial advice that will, be able to parlay that into, some generational wealth for herself and her family.
Yeah, right. I hope so, but you never know. But I hope so. And real quick, just Empress. Yeah, it is quite a coincidence. But if you live out here, it's not surprising. It's really not. And DJ Academics is not allowed in Chicago. So and
Why not?
either is Chief Keef, by the way. That's why he doesn't come here.
Chief Keef. Okay, that's a rapper. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Now, did you hear about the dude who they arrested for the Tupac situation? Was beat up in
Yes.
jail?
Oh
Yeah, I heard.
no, that I didn't know.
He was beat up in jail.
No, I just knew about the whatever that the guy who killed George Floyd. I just heard about his stabbing. That's the most I've heard about jail.
And listen, let's talk about that. That is a good thing to talk about because for the life of me, I cannot understand why this person was in a jail that only had 322 offenders. So that was basically protective custody, a medium security jail that only had 322 um, offenders, and they thought he would be safe. And and the guy who stabbed him, he was not a black man. Did you guys know that?
No, I had no idea.
No, he was not
That
a black man. He was a white guy.
I how do they have the only reason why I didn't read up on that is because when I first heard it, I figured they'd have limited details, so I thought I would wait. Are there more
Mhm.
details that I could read on? I get more information because I find that stuff
Yeah, you can.
fascinating.
Yeah, for just like the first days after it, they weren't giving up any of the information. So they have a picture of the guy and the whole 9 yards. And he said he wanted to avenge the death of George Floyd because he was against it and about everything about it, how it went down. That's what I read on it.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I will have to look that up because yeah, I saw it on Instagram and I said, and then when it was first reported, and then I just never looked it up because I said they're not gonna have any information, so I'm not even gonna bother. But time goes by so fast, I didn't even realize that was probably what a couple weeks ago. It feels like it was yesterday, so
Yeah.
I'll
It
have
was a
to
couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I'll have to
yeah.
look that
But
up.
thank you for giving me. Now, what do you think? Do you have any thoughts that you would like to share about this Diddy situation? But we were talking about this. If you guys want to go to T Velocity's channel, her live today was really, really good. And I suggest you guys go over there and check it out. So, do you have anything that you would like to talk about this Diddy situation?
I have absolutely nothing on Diddy because I have not even I heard about it and I didn't even bother to read about it because I've always thought he was weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even back then, even when Biggie and Tupac, when they both passed, I always thought I'm like, something's off about him. And I guess when I heard it, I'm like, not surprised, but I never really reached into it. I just know about that thing in, what was it, in New York? People had up until this year to file those cases.
Yes, the Adult Survivors Act, and it was only enacted for one calendar year.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I when I heard about that, I said, oh, okay. Well, maybe that's what that's about. But then again, with like I said, with Diddy, I always thought he was strange. There's something strange about him. You know how you get a kind of like a, I don't know. He was always in the middle of everything. It was just weird.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I definitely agree with you on that. It's always been something about him. Um really power hungry and just really, I wasn't surprised about any of this stuff because I have been hearing about this like for so many years, all the way back into the 90s and stuff. When I used to be out partying and stuff, I used to, I've ran into him on two occasions, just at regular clubs and stuff. And you know, yeah, he like really struck me as weird. And I'm gonna put T Velocity link in here for her video today. So if you guys get a chance, I suggest that you take a gander at it. That's it right there in the link. So I remember one time, and you hear now. There's a lot of rumors that going on about him allegedly having a long time fling with Will Smith. Did you hear about that?
No, I just know about Ja Rule.
Oh, yeah, I heard about Ja Rule recently. I was like really surprised to hear about Ja Rule. So there was alleged somebody who came out and said that they have had a relationship. And now, have you heard the rumors that allegedly Jada is dating MC Light now? Because you know MC Light had gotten married. She recently got divorced, and allegedly Jada and her are allegedly a hot item now.
No, and I hope not, because I love MC Light. Always loved MC Light, and that would be
Hmm.
highly disappointing because I think Jada's another weirdo,
Yeah.
and I would like to think that MC Light is not strange. But
I think that MC. This is my opinion. I always thought that MC Light was in the lifestyle. So
that
there's
I know.
that.
Yes.
I was really surprised that she married a man, and so I was really surprised that she married a man. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Now I'm sad.
Yeah, because Jada, I saw a video. Jada was allegedly supposed to have a book signing. I mean, why even bother to sell a book? Because you gave out all the uh, uh, most seedy details in all these book interviews to push the book. So she was allegedly supposed to have a book signing at Target, and she went in there, and there was no lines, no interest, no people waiting, no anything. So what she did was she walked up to the bookshelf, and her book was like on the fourth row down, and there were only two books there. So it wasn't even like it was a lot of supply there. So it was two books there, and she bent down and she said, "Well, I'm gonna surprise the people who buy these books." And she signed the front of these books, "Happy Holidays" or whatever. And then instead of putting the books back where she got them from, she then put the books on the top shelf next to Britney Spears' book. Now, Britney Spears' book has been selling out and selling like hotcakes. And I noticed the move, like, now you repositioned your book so it can be at eye level and all that too. So, some people say the book is selling, and other people have said it's not selling. I really don't care. I have no interest in it. So I didn't even look to check to see if the book has been selling.
I'm sure the book isn't talking about nothing but Tupac anyway. I don't have time for that.
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
No, me either.
Uh-uh.
No, she married a man watching Cloud9. Yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to talk to you about.
Wow. Sorry I didn't have more on that, but I got
No,
stuff to look up now, though. Thank you for that.
yeah.
Because I damn sure didn't know about MC Light. And I
Britney
hope,
Sp-
I hope not.
Oh, no, okay. Britney Spears' daddy is getting his too. He got his leg cut off.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
did
did
he?
not know that. And yeah, that's what Empress is saying. I had no idea. Okay, did you hear MC Light song "Grooming Young Boys"? No, I haven't heard that song at all. I No, MC Light did not marry a lady; she married a man. I just assumed that it was a lady, so that's why I'm saying I know how shocked I was when I found out it was a guy. So there's that. Now,
Yeah.
what about okay, you don't know a lot about this Diddy situation.
Mm-mm.
So there are allegations that Kamora Lee Simmons, her house caught on fire
Yes,
mysteriously
I heard
last
about
week,
this.
and there's rumors that she's in hiding now, and people are wondering if it's because that she has the actual transcript from the book that Kim Porter was allegedly writing.
Oh, well, if she did, then that's why her house burned down.
Now, when Maura Lee was the one who I think found her, and they said that it was a trail of blood going from her bedroom to the bathroom. Did you hear about that?
No, there were.
Allegedly,
It was
go ahead.
mom's when Kim Porter, my dog, when Kim Porter passed. There's like I couldn't find any kind of
Mhm.
information. It was like hush hush.
Oh, you gonna put your dog in the dog contest?
This rowdy thing? No. Mm-mm. Her name is Lilith. That's not.
Everybody is saying that. Everybody is saying that about their dogs. I don't know what is up with you people and your dog. Look at me, because my dogs are rowdy as well, girl. I can't compete because I'm hosting. Everybody is like, oh, no, I don't want my dog to embarrass me. You have to put your dog in the contest.
There's a reason I wouldn't put her in the contest. Long story short, my dog has a bad tooth and her face had swollen up, so they had to cut her face.
Uh huh.
So it's her face is draining, so she has a
Uh
big
huh.
cut on the side of her face, and it's kind of really gross
Uh huh.
until I can get the funds together to have it removed. So I wouldn't want anybody to see her that way.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
so now back to Kim Porter. So allegedly, she was found, and it was a trail of blood, allegedly, and there is rumors that this guy who became the head of Def Jam after Andre Harrell passed away. I forget his name. I had it written down when I was talking on T Velocity's page. He became the head of Def Jam. He worked his way up from passing flyers out in the club until he became the head of Def Jam. So he had been the head of Def Jam for a couple of months, and in 2008, he allegedly unalived himself in his bathroom, and people found that quite strange. And also in 2009, this ghostwriter for Diddy who felt like he didn't get paid. Thank you, Jess, for the contribution for the super chat. I don't do readings. I don't do readings. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so allegedly, Kim Porter's one of he okay, there was a story that came out about Kim Porter getting her nose broke on a yacht trip with Diddy. So they're saying that Diddy went through her cell phone, found a message from this executive which said, "How are my kids doing?" And allegedly he went ballistic and beat her until he broke her nose, had a plastic surgeon flown out to the ship and got her face together. But the story that they put forth was that she slipped and fell and hit her face on a table. Now, this is an alleged story that happened, which is in this book.
Hmm.
So a couple of people are saying, like, no, Albie Sure is the father of that one child. The
Yes.
one of the other children looks just like Puffy. So I'm wondering when he said kids, I'm wondering maybe he's talking about the twins.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen the twins. I think the only one I've really ever seen was Albie Sure's son because he looks just like him.
Yeah. He definitely looks like, and don't forget about what Al B. Sure was near death in a coma, almost
Yes.
passed away too.
Yes.
Now, when they started out together, there was just Puffy. There was Kim Porter because she had been working in the industry for a long time when Andre Harrell started Def Jam and pulled away from whatever, I forget who he was with, and they started created Def Jam. Was it Def Jam? They whatever. Uh, Bad Boys or whatever. Anyway, not Bad Boys, whatever. Def Jam. So it was Andre Harrell. It was Kim Porter, who was a long-term employee. It was Puffy, and it was Heavy D. And all of them have passed away except for Puffy.
Yes.
And this is alleged somewhere out there that Heavy D was also going to write a book as well.
See, the thing about Heavy D, but then he had see that's hard because he was, heavy weight, not really the healthiest, but he had slimmed down
Yes.
before
Hmm.
he had passed. So, I don't know. I don't know. That's
Now,
a tough one.
that's the tricky point because everybody can always overlook Heavy D. Well, he was heavy set, so I can see him having heart problems and da da. Albie Shore wrote "Forever My Lady" for Kim Porter. Jodeci's "Forever My Lady," boy, he wrote a banger. So everybody can oh well, that's an easy one to get rid of. Just like oh well, people say that Jaguar Wright. See, he hasn't sued Jaguar Wright, and Jaguar Wright is not saying alleged to any of the things that she says. But a lot of people mark her off as oh she's crazy. Oh nobody's take her seriously, even though a lot of things that she has said has now come to light to being allegedly true, but that he hasn't sued her, and she doesn't say, she puts it like as it's fact when she says these things, but he hasn't sued her.
Well, let's see though, because if some of the things that she has said is coming to fruition, let's see how much longer that goes on.
Uptown Records, thank you.
You know what I mean? Because before you could
Okay.
go, she's crazy, but if things start to pan out after a while, you just keep. Now she should probably watch her back.
Yeah, I agree. Now, one more thing. Okay, so I covered that. I covered the kids, and it was one more thing I wanted to talk about with somebody, and it may as well be you because you
Why
can
you say it
look
like
at the
that? Damn.
no, because it may as well be you because you're always like, well, no, it could be this,
I'm not messing with you.
Okay, the thing about the yacht, okay, that Kimora Lee. Oh, the thing about Kimora, allegedly, Kim Porter wanted Kimora to take care of her kids, and they're saying that Puffy made it a point to say the last thing Kim said to her was "take care of my kids," and she wasn't even in the throes of sickness or anything. So why would he be so adamant that that was the last thing she said to him? And that sounds odd to say if you're not like sick or anything like that, or thinking something may happen to you. So do you think that Kimora Lee has been having problems with her recent husband being found liable for grifting a lot of money off of different people, millions of dollars. So it could
Lord.
be a double-edged coin. You didn't know that?
No.
I think his name Harry Lesnar or something like that.
I was
Yeah,
still reeling
but
from the first husband. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was a big to do between her and him because allegedly he was one of the people who got grifted out of money, and she was actually, and her and Russell was in a big court battle over stocks that she allegedly sold to get the second husband out of jail. Yeah, so it was a big mess over that. Yeah, so now Russell has moved to Bali, right?
I saw him. Somebody had interviewed him, or there was something, and I didn't read it, but I was wondering where the hell he was hiding.
Okay, Russell has moved to Bali, and Bali has no extradition treaty with the United States. So recently, right before he moved to Bali, there had been a lot of women coming forward about him doing inappropriate things with them against their will. So do you think that Puffy would follow the footsteps of Russell Simmons moving somewhere while the heat is like really light right now where they can't extradite him back to the United States? Or do you think he's going to go out like a gangster and wind up in a hole or in a cell?
I would see him leaving before I'd see him doing anything else. Because if these alleged stories are true, he's used to getting away with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that he would be more likely to go away where he can get away with it than to do anything to himself or end up in a cell.
Now, I didn't hear about him, the connections between Diddy's last work, telecommunications, and IT, and she hacked Kim's phone. I think you mean he hacked Kim's phone. No, I didn't hear anything about that. Okay, Russell is running away from the allegations. I definitely believe that as well. And also, what is his name over who was with LaFace Records? He also has some allegations, and this is by one of these top executives who actually bought Kanye West
LA,
to L.A. Reid. Yes,
LA
L.A.
Reid.
Reid.
Okay.
Yeah, he was mad at this woman when she bought Kanye to him because she was turning down his advances, and and I think Outcast was another group that she bought to him that he turned down because he was trying to stifle her career because she wouldn't have relations with him is the story that she's saying. So there was a big write up about her, and now she is making claims that he, forced himself upon her in an intimate manner without her consent on 2 different occasions. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. But the thing about it is, like, they will let these people get so high.
Mm-hmm.
That was my whole point. They let these producers and everything get so high as long as they see they're willing to screw the artist. They don't have to put their fingerprints on it in any way. They were allowed to screw the artist. They were able to get away with all this diabolical things that they were doing to people. So of course it made them feel invincible, like nothing could touch them. But once you get to a certain status, they're not going to open the door for you to enter, especially with your hood booger ways. And so what they in essence did was they parlayed these people who were born poor, who made a way out of nothing, who made a whole billion-dollar industry, and now they're ready to take it from them. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, in all these cases, it's what it is. No, we can let you think it's all good, and but okay, here comes your comeuppance right here. We're going to take all the money, all the rights, all everything. So that's what I think about it.
I agree. I agree. I've always thought that, like, years ago, and I have no issues with different races and stuff like that, but I always thought, like, years ago, when I started to notice more and more white females were starting to sound like R&B females
Hmm.
singing. Like, I could hear them on the radio, and then I'd see them, and I'm like, wait, that's a white girl. When that started to be a trend, I said, oh, something's going on. Like, something's
Right.
going on.
And look at all the non-black rappers that they are promoting. Yeah, something's really going on. Russell also said he wanted Kimora to pay him all the money she stole and owes him. That was to do with these stocks. I think it was either in Fat Farm or Baby Fat that he said that he still owned. They went to court, and Russell had to pay her attorney fees. So I think he actually lost that case. And he was saying that she sold them in a attempt to bail out her husband. And so that's, I do know that there was a case about that, and they were fighting about money. So it seems like Russell doesn't have it like he used to have it, because he's fighting Kimora about money, or he could be fighting her about the principle of it, or whatever. Either way. Yeah.
What's his, real quick? I know you gotta go. What's his brother been doing?
Oh, I don't know, the Reverend Run.
Reverend.
I don't know. I haven't kept up with
I haven't
him
seen
since
him.
the show. Yeah,
I've seen
she
his
won.
daughter around, the younger
Mhm.
one, but I haven't seen him at all.
Vanessa and Angela. I can't remember. I think Vanessa is the youngest one.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, and she had a baby by Bow Wow, I think.
She had a baby by somebody. Somebody I knew when I heard it, but now I can't think of who it was. In my old
Russell
age.
pulled a Tasha K. Yes, Russell pulled a Tasha K. And I don't think that Diddy is gonna do that. Now they say that there has been 18 companies who have already pulled away from Diddy and his brand. He has been uninvited to the Super Bowl, where he was set to perform with Usher as well. So, and he has been uninvited to the Grammys. Did you hear about all that?
I
See,
heard
because
about the Grammys.
mhm.
I didn't know that he had anything to do with the Super Bowl, because once I found out it was Usher, I wasn't interested. I'm like, I don't care for Usher, so.
I- you know, Usher had a spell here recently that I like didn't like. like when he first came out with his real man stuff, of course I liked him then. But you know who shocked me? You know who has shocked me?
Who?
Chris Brown. I have never cared anything about Chris Brown. You can't tell me nothing about Chris Brown. I don't know nothing about Chris Brown. Chris Brown, y'all, I know the story about him and Rihanna.
Right.
But girl, I heard that song Sensational by Chris Brown, and I am just like in love with that song. And that song he has with Sierra. I know you guys know the song he had with Sierra because I didn't even know that was him. And I definitely did not know that was Sierra. So yeah, I am like
I don't know.
kind of digging Chris Brown's music right now.
I have to go back and check. I've always thought he was very talented, but with all his antics and all his seemingly hanging around with weird gang members and acting like he's on drugs, because I think he is, I really stopped. And he was getting real thin there for a minute. I stopped paying attention, but I always thought he was a good artist. He was just really messed up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, maybe he's, everybody go through their young phase, and that's what youth is for, to make your mistakes. But it's been said that whole thing with Rihanna and him, it's been said, I don't know, that it was to get the heat off the fact that Jay-Z was having an inappropriate relationship with Rihanna when she was too young to be having that type of relationship. That has been said. I don't know if the time even matches up for people to say that. So I'm not saying
but
that,
I've heard
but that was one of the things.
I've heard about that with him with Aaliyah as well, though.
Jay-Z?
Yes.
Now, did you see there's a picture of Aaliyah and what's his name? Damon Dash and Puffy. She's in the middle. Jay-Z's on one side, Puffy's on the other side. There's a couple of non-black girls, and Damon Dash, he's over in the side too, and Aaliyah's laying in the middle. So it looked really, really uncomfortably. And they were at one of Diddy's white parties, and it looked like they were laying in a bed or a couch or something, some type of lounger with pillows all behind them. It looked very, very bed-like, So
well, she was engaged to Damon Dash.
Right. And I think she was of age by the time.
Yeah,
I think
by
she was
then,
of
yes.
age. Okay, that pic does look a little weird. So you've seen the pic also. So yeah, it's a lot when you get these young girls into the industry if you're not going to watch them. And allegedly, Diddy said that he was going to give Danity Kane mind-altering substances and have them go out and make money by using their bodies. Like I'm trying to say it, pimp them out, and give them mind-altering substances and pimp them out. So I haven't watched what Aubrey O'Day has had to say about the whole situation, but because I can't stand Aubrey O'Day, but they're saying that she was the only one of Danity Kane that didn't sign a NDA. So a lot of the stuff that she's saying seems to ring true now that the allegations have been revealed. What do you think?
Isn't she the one that jacked up her face?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I another one I don't. Once you start showing outwardly signs of weird, I don't pay attention to you.
Well, Mr. YouTube Street says she's the only one making money now. And remember when Dawn was dating Q from the group that they put together from making the band, and Dawn from Danity Kane was dating, I think Q was the lead singer, and Q was always getting on her about messing with Diddy. So allegedly they're saying that in fact that Diddy did sleep with her, and that was like one of the requirements or something to that effect. But I do remember him being really jealous. He acted really jealous when he was on the show. But yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of decadence, and I don't know. Yeah. So thank you for coming up and having a chit chat with me.
Of course, I had fun. I enjoyed you, Ronnie. Thank you for having me.
I enjoyed you as well. No, all right.
Please don't post any more of those weird ass pictures. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, they passed her around as well. I think you're talking about Aubrey. You never liked Damon Dash, and it's like, how did Damon Dash wind up broke with all that money and just wind up broke? He just seems so irresponsible. Now you say Aubrey is they drugged Aaliyah so she would get on that plane. Is that what they did? Oh, I was so like, oh, she's making residuals, but I heard that he gave quite a few of them their music rights back, and they aren't making money because the streaming money is not coming through or whatever. And I heard that after he gave them their money back, they still are not making money. So it's curious that Aubrey is the only one making money. Uh, Maybe because she didn't sign the NDA, and he's giving her a little bump on her money, but. Um, do you guys know that Aubrey O'Day was also allegedly involved with dating Trump Jr., and that while he was still married allegedly, and that's why they are saying these different things about him, uh, riding the white line, or however you want to put it, allegedly. And even this new girlfriend he has who used to work at Fox News, Kimberly Guilfoyle, they are always talking about her being, having extra energy from different types of supplements. So yeah, Aubrey has been passed around, these people in that type of structure for quite a period of time. So yeah. So let me see what else you guys have to add to this. Yes, artists don't make that much money streaming. They get paid by charging $300 for concert tickets. That is where they make their money, in the concerts, and especially if they don't have any overhead to pay the studio back and all of this stuff back. If they've been out of the game and they don't have to pay all these extra costs, that's where they make their money. So yeah, I'm not surprised that Trump probably has no respect for women. Yeah, I'm definitely not surprised either. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on and chit chat for a little while, and talk about some real things that's going on, because I am so tired of these fake, made up, recycled, regurgitated, triangulated stories that we have been getting around here in the beef sector. But I have to talk about beef sectors sometimes because there's a lot of beef going on. But also, I want to let you guys know to please watch Leave the World Behind on Netflix. It's a great movie. It will make you think, and it is Michelle and Barack Obama. I found out after I saw the movie are some type of producers, either executive producers or something like that, and it is about the United States going through a cyber attack, and it will really, really make you think. And if you have not seen my video, not from yesterday, the day before yesterday, I would suggest you, after you watch the movie, I try to do no spoiler alerts because I don't like people to do that to me. But after you watch the movie, go back and look at my video from not the one yesterday, the one before that. Let me see what the name of my video is, the one before that, because I think you really ought to know a couple of things. Let me see. Yeah, I really think that you guys ought to like look at it and pay attention to some things that are really going on in the world around us. Oh, I guess it is from yesterday. No, it's called "Let's Address a Broken Bitch," and it has a man on the front, "The Tears of a Clown." Okay, I think that you guys should really watch this video, and it has some interesting facts about what's going on in the world around us. I'm gonna drop the link right here for you guys. After you watch, leave the world behind on Netflix. Go over there and take a look at that if you want to. Yeah, that's all I have. Let me see what you're saying. True Line. Who has money for $1 million bunker? Okay. No, I don't even see $1 million bunker. I see like $5 and $6 million. Uh, we would be doomed, all of us. Yes. Yeah. These bunkers are not $1 million bunkers that they're building. So, you watched the movie? Yes, girl. And it's a lot of hidden points of history in that movie. The tanker truck is called the White Lion. The White Lion was the first slave ship that landed in Virginia. The radio station that the guy was tuned into was 1690. 1690 was the year that the White Lion landed in Virginia. And we know that the White Lion is a slave ship, so therefore it was carrying slaves. And we know that this movie is about total destruction of the United States. See, most of these bunkers are made in New Zealand, Australia, and Germany. And the United States is not one of the ultimate places that these builders of these large multi-million dollar bunkers are building. And so there must be a reason why they're not building them here. And one of the bunkers that has like more of a community build where there is more than one family who can buy places in there. They have what do you call it? Community spaces in them, a community pool and things like that. Then you can retire to your own separate house. But what they also have made sure that they put in these bunkers are different DNA samples. And so after the whatever crisis is over with, and when people are able to come up out of these bunkers, they have plenty of DNA to repopulate the planet. See, these are ideas that people are actually having and building on, and you guys may not even have conceived these things, but this is what's really going on. So they are also able to they have surgical centers, all types of things in these bunkers, and they expect to, be able to live down there up to 25 and 30 years. They expect to have water supply, air supply, all this stuff. So who knows if they're going to work? Who knows if they're going to run out of air after an hour and a half? I don't know. But this is what they're planning for. And they are able to modify this DNA to pull out any type of handicaps, afflictions, and build the ultimate human. Make them strong, make them sportsmen, make them more intelligent. All these types of things they're able to do to this DNA that they're storing to repopulate the planet. So you think your black ass DNA gonna be in there? I don't think so. But there's that. All right. So let me see what you're saying. Australia. There's spiders in those bunkers then. It could be, of course not, because every country hates US and they're going to strike us first. I'm just saying there has been a big push to probably something going underground already, and that in the US, that's why they're not building here. They do. There are some bunkers here. There's a guy who built a big bunker in a missile silo in Kansas. It's multiple stories. You can buy a whole floor or a half a floor. A half a floor runs you about $3 to $4 million, or you can buy 2 floors. So they are building in the U.S. and there are many mansions of the super rich, the people who names you will know, who actually have bunkers. It's not a yard that you see spread out around their mansion. While it looks like a yard spread out beyond their mansion, is actually bunkers underneath a lot of these $1 million mansions here in the United States, all over the United States. Okay, so there's that. So if you watch my video that I told you, I'm gonna give you the link. Once again, I actually show some of these bunkers, and I also drop the link where you can find information on these bunkers. So, I'm not just leaving you high and dry. So I've already talked about this. So I'm going to drop the link one more time and let you, if you're interested, you can investigate it further yourself. I have several links dropped in this video about the information that I am showing you on the screen. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Okay, let me see what you're saying about the DNA. They are excluding any sicknesses or disease in the DNA. Correct. They sure are. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Of course not, because every country. Okay, I saw that one already. All right, so there's the link. I don't want to talk too much, but there are bunkers in downtown buildings as well. Yes, there are plenty of bunkers in the U.S., but like I say, the ultimate bunkers that they are building, and they are giving these mega rich people the opportunities to purchase visas that they can receive within hours, not within months. They're called express visas. They're charging upwards of $100,000 for these visas, so that on the whim, on the fly, you will be able to get a visa to any country that you want to get out of the U.S. from. So it's a lot going on. So I can't worry about who sucked dick in the back of a car 3 years ago, because there's some real serious things that's going on in the world. But thank you guys for being here. Uh, I appreciate you, and if you hit the like button on your way out, I greatly appreciate you. And these are some of the things that I like to speak on. And if you want to join my membership, the membership link is in the description box. And I really appreciate all of you for coming out. Ronnie Q, did you know that Walmart is selling tiny house deconstructed for $399? We ordered them to put them on land, and hopefully we'll see if they are suitable. I did not know that. No. Now I know Home Depot is selling some tiny houses and stuff, but they sure not $399. Thank you, Lulu. I appreciate you for being here. But that is something great to check on. Bill Gates is buying up a lot of land, buying up a lot of farmland, a lot of farmers in I know in Louisiana who throughout history their relatives have planted sugar canes, are losing their land at a large scale. So there is some type of some people think that the reason why this all of this farmland is being bought up is not to farm, because truly there is no farming going on this land. A lot of people think that this one person in particular wants to control the food source for the United States on a large scale. So if people is buying up all this farmland and not farming on it, do they have something nefarious in mind? So I think you guys need to get out your grandparents' farm guides. I got my grandmother's. They used to bring them out every year. What do they call it? Not an almanac. I know exactly where it is, but yeah, get out those. Watch you some videos. Learn how to harvest. Learn how to farm your own food, and also the pork. One of the largest pork companies in the United States has been bought by the Chinese. I did a video about this as well. Okay. And they have an ingredient that they put in the pork in the United States that is banned for use in China, but they are using it in the pork in the United States, allegedly, and they won't use it in their own land, allegedly. So the largest, Smithfield's pork company has been bought out by the Chinese a couple of years ago. So Farmer's Almanac, yes, the Farmer's Almanac, yes. So it's a lot going on. So I thank you so much. Yes, the Farmer's Almanac. I have my my grandmother's. Tells you when to plant, tells you what to plant, tells you when to rotate your plants. You can't plant the same thing in the same spot. You have to rotate it. You can't plant beans in the same space every year. Yeah, it's a lot of information. So yeah. So thank you guys for coming out, and I just started my THC crop. Does that count? You just started it? Okay. Well, shoot, it'll make you feel all right though. Yeah. So yeah, you plant your THC crop, and then it'll give you better energy to be out there in your sun. Planting the rest of the crop won't be so bad. You'll love farming. You high and you out there digging holes and shit. Yeah, that'll make farming much easier. Anyway, I thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna get out of here. Get with your local Black Farmers Alliance. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm out of here. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys on the YouTube street. Oh, hey, one more thing. Listen, one more thing. Now, okay, let me remove this comment. So, you guys are buying tickets to this event, and you guys are buying tickets to an event with no refunds. When you get there, the tables are going to look like this. But why are you guys being sold tickets to an event that actually has this on the door, allegedly? A stop work order on the door of this place that this person is trying to sell you $400 and $500 tickets to. New York City stop work order. Why is this going on? The next time you see a bitch with a big heavy wig on screaming smash it, ask them, why is there a stop work order on this facility that you want us to buy these tickets to? All right, so that's the tea. All right, I'll see you later. All right, smash it. We out of here. Bye bye.